Good day to you. Here we are, Sunday morning, and we're talking about earthquakes. Why? Well, last night, early hours of this morning, I should rather say, at 2:38 to be quite precise, many of us were woken up by an earthquake in the Johannesburg area. I certainly was, and yeah, what a noise. What an interesting experience. I hadn't experienced that personally myself ever. So there we have it, an earthquake in Johannesburg. Luckily not serious, it would seem, and nothing to be too alarmed about. But I just felt it would be a good idea to prepare ourselves for a lot of inquiries tomorrow. And in other words, hopefully guide everybody generally. Okay, so first of all, just a general guidance to owners, particularly in community schemes, where we do offer insurance advice. Our advice is step one is safety. Just make sure that your common properties are safe. So it's going to be a trustee's responsibility to make sure common areas are safe and sound, and you're going to need to go around. It's a common sense. You don't have to suddenly become an engineer overnight, but if you don't have the luxury of an estate manager or a caretaker or a maintenance person, certainly the trustees need to maybe take a clipboard and just go around and note if there's any damage to the property. And more from a safety aspect, first of all. So first of all, from a safety aspect, you want to check things like if you do have gas lines or a gas farm in your scheme, that all of that is not leaking, that is fine. You also want to make sure that there are no windows or jarred areas that are perhaps damaged. Look out for common area ceilings. Make sure there's nothing hanging now after that shake. And also that there are no cracks in stairs, pillars, and structural items. Just go around and use your common sense and make some observations. You know, if you can, try and have a peek on the roof if there is an angle where you can look, or if you can perhaps even see if you've got any solar panels or the solar tubes that might need replacing. There hasn't been much damage reported, but we do hear about ceilings in some areas. I think in the press they were talking about in Bedford View, there were some ceilings that were down, and in the Boksburg area, I've heard of a lot of bricks and mortar coming down, even on cars. So I think, yeah, it will depend from area to area, and perhaps your type of soil you have, and so on and so on. It will depend how it's affected you and what construction methods we used. Okay, so just have a look, first of all, from a safety point of view, and then secondly, from a damage reporting point of view. That's the whole insurance point. We are suggesting that you look out for cracks and things as soon as possible, report them as soon as possible in the next few days, go around and look. It's going to be difficult to come up in 3 months' time, you know, behind a curtain, you find a crack, and then you suddenly start saying, oh, put your hand up, I've got a clam from 3 months ago. That's going to be a difficult one. So let's try and identify the damages now, and certainly ask your owners to do the same. Ask owners to report. It's just another little safety aspect, but I mean, it's also common sense. Stuff has shifted in some people's cupboards. There might be stuff about to fall on you, and certainly on common area, the same thing. So just watch out. You may have cupboards in common area where you've got, you know, storage stuff, chemicals and so on. Just be careful. Okay, safety first, look for damage, and you know, and on the long run, we're going to keep everybody safe. From an Addsure client point of view, we will be putting out more specific information. We will be putting out a link so that you can report damage to us quite easily, as we've done on some of the storms in the past. We will have that all set up for the Addsure clients, and checklists and a little bit more information for you. But for everybody else out there, please, you know, make use of our videos. If necessary, we'll put out another video, and we're certainly going to upload some information onto our social media and onto our blogs. Okay, our articles on our website, www.addsure.co.za, will hold any information we're going to put out generally. Okay, there we go. I hope everybody's safe. Be safe. And yeah, hopefully we're not going to have many more of these. Thank you. Bye-bye.